The Pune International Film Festival 2006 presented Lifetime Achievement Awards to Yash Chopra and Vaijanti Malaji. The Pune International Film Festival 2007 had more than 200 shows at 7 screens at different venues, and Lifetime Achievement Awards were presented to Asha Parekh ji and Dharmendra ji. This year we have had more than 4,000 delegates and 170 films, and we presented Lifetime Achievement Awards to Sharmila Tagore ji and Shammi Kapoor ji. Ours is the only film festival in India to have a Marathi film competition judged by an international jury. In fact, some of these films have gone on to win international awards in the Asian film category. May I request Mr. Suresh Kalmadi, Dr. Jabbar Patel and Sabina Sangvi to escort our guests onto stage. Honorable Minister for Cultural Affairs, Industries, Mines and Protocol, Government of Maharashtra, Mr. Ashok Chavan. Mrs. Kalmadi, may I request you to please escort our guests onto stage. Honorable Mayor of Pune, Raj Lakshmi Bhosle. Anuradha Desai, Chairperson, NECC. Mr. Subhash Ghai. Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, Secretary, Ministry of Culture, Government of Maharashtra. Mr. Avinash Bhosle.
Everybody not come asking.
Okay. Mr. Praveen Singh Pardesi, Rati Agnihotri ji, Dia Mirza ji, Mr. Alan Shalado and the jury. Please. Thank you. All respected members of the jury, please. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May I request Mr. Suresh Kalmadi to please present his speech.
My good friend and the famous director and the gentleman who's produced Whistling Woods, one of the greatest institutions India's had, Mr. Subhash Ghai, our chief guest for today's function, my good friend, Honorable Minister for Culture, Ashok Chavan ji, famous actress Dia Mirza ji, Rati Agnihotri ji, all the international jury, dignitaries, globally renowned directors, our artists, directors, film critics, producers, technicians from Bollywood, and all film lovers who have come to grace the occasion, and all Punekars. I welcome each and every one of you. We have had 8 amazing days of seeing the best films in the world. Over 147 films in 7 screens, and we had a host of people who have come from abroad, and all the Indian and international jury who have come all the way from all over the world. It's been really great. And this is the 6th year of the Pune Festival, and my good friend Jabbar Patel, when we met once at the film festival, in the Pune Festival, that time he came up and told me that why don't we have a Pune Film Festival? Because Pune is the mecca of films. And when I said, okay, within the next year he produced the first ever film festival. And then today is the 6th and it's going to go on. You're aware that all that we do, whether it's the Pune Festival is already about 20 years old, it's the Pune International Marathon is 23 years old. I'm sure the film festival will reach 100 years, no doubt about it, and with Jabbar Patel. And Sabina also has been of great help. And so it's been a great response. And in this wonderful Ganesh Kala Krida Rang Mandir, I think this must be the biggest theatre in Asia, over 3,000 people. And we got the Dolby screen for films, and all the films in this venue were just packed because all the popular films were hosted here, and it was all free of charge for the Pune public. And this time the delegates also has gone up to 4,000 delegates, and it's just growing and growing. And I'm sure with my good friend Ashok Chavan as the cultural minister, this festival is going to grow. Ashok will announce it also, that he is going to support it. The government of Maharashtra has been one of the main people who have supported our festival, and our total money we give for the festival is about cash awards up to 32 lakhs. And so it's coming up, and this time we have the Marathi Film Festival. My friend Ajay Sarpotdar doesn't seem to be here, but he's done a great job. And all the films which have come here, so I think Jabbar, 7 films came here, Marathi films? Yeah, 8 in competition, 25 came. And out of 8, I think 7 have been screened for the first time. And to make sure म्हणजे आपलं मराठी फिल्म कसं ग्लोबल जाईल, त्याकरता अनेक बक्षिसं ठेवलेले आहेत. आणि ज्युरी जी आहे ते इंटरनॅशनल ज्युरी ते फिल्मचं ॲसेस करतं आणि बक्षिसं देतं. म्हणजे हे म्हणजे मराठी फिल्म जागतिक लेवलपर्यंत पोचलं पाहिजे, याकरता जब्बार पटेलनी प्रयत्न केला. त्यांचा मनापासून अभिनंदन करतो. I would like to thank all the sponsors, the government of Maharashtra. The NECC has been supporting it from day one. The Pune Municipal Corporation is supporting it in a big manner. Mr. Avinash Bhosle Group is supporting it. Air India has been flying down all our foreign artists. I'd just like to thank them. And of course, Idea Cellular is there for the Pune Festival as well as for the Film Festival. So it's been really great. And I must thank also the media, which has played a great role in presenting in the newspapers daily about all the films and about all the film personalities who came here, including all of them. And Puneites had a great time during these 8 days, and they had access to the best of films and meet the best of directors, the best of jury. And I'm sure this will grow on and on. I would only like to say that this year is also the year of the Commonwealth Youth Games in Pune in October 2008, and 71 countries are coming for this youth festival. This is the third Commonwealth Youth Games. The first one was in England, where 12 countries came. The second one was in Australia, when 23 countries came. But the third Commonwealth Youth Games, which is being held in Pune, the first time in Asia, already 71 countries have confirmed. 71 countries have confirmed. 71 देश येत आहेत, and Pune is getting ready, citizens are getting ready, and it's going to be a great sporting event, one of the greatest sporting events in Pune this year. And of course, Ashok will be celebrating in Nanded the Guru Gobind Singh Sahib's, I think, 150th anniversary or 300th anniversary. And so it's in the month of October, there are two big events. One is in Pune and the other is in Nanded. And I have special affinity for our chief guest, Ashok ji. He's been doing a great job in culture and protocol, and the artists are getting justice, and they're moving forward. And thank you, Puneites, for always supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kalmadi. May I request Mr. Kalmadi to felicitate our chief guest for this evening, Honorable Minister for Cultural Affairs, Industries, Mines and Protocol, Government of Maharashtra, Mr. Ashok Chavan, Puneri Pagdi, Uparna, and a memento. May I request Mr. Suresh Kalmadi to kindly felicitate Mr. Subhash Ghai. So we are honored to have you here this evening. Thank you, sir. So you are requested to keep it on for a short while. May I request Dr. Jabbar Patel to please come up to felicitate our esteemed jury. Our jury chairman, World Cinema, Mr. Alain Jalado. Mr. Sergei Stanakovsky. Mr. Sergei. Ms. Anna Thalbak.
Any background on them?
From Germany. Ms. Anna Thalbak is an actress from Germany. Mr. Jandro Marcus from the Netherlands. Mr. K.S. Shashidharan, Director of the National Film Archive of India. Mr. Swapan Malik, Mrs. Jan Eric Holst, Mr. Johan. We will pass the mic around. We request our esteemed members of the jury to please say a few words. Let's come. Would you prefer to speak from here, sir?
Namaste. Dear friend, good evening. It's a real pleasure for me to be here this evening. After I've seen 15 films in the international competition, and it was a real pleasure, and I was very happy to share all my enthusiasm and to discover some films I've not seen. Okay, I share with the other members of the jury, but also with you, because I've seen the film with the audience. It was very, very important for me to see this film with the audience. I've been in many film festivals, like Cannes, Berlin, Venice, Rotterdam, in China, in Korea, and almost everywhere in South America. And I can tell you that this film festival, for me, is very, I can tell you that it was I appreciate very much. It was very warm. And Pune, I don't know why, this was my second trip to Pune, but first for the film festival, and I enjoy very much to be here. And I hope that in the future this festival can go on. I'm very optimistic, because this year was a very good year. I've seen very good film, and thanks to Mr. Jaber Patel to invite me here to share with you all my enthusiasm, and I can go back to France with a very good souvenir. Thank you.
I'll just hand over my
It's on now.
Good evening. We've had a wonderful experience over the last 1 week, seeing wonderful films discovering new things, meeting a lot of people. We always knew that Pune was a trendsetter in music, literature, theater, cinema. And after being here for the last 1 week, we can really and truly say that Pune now is on the international film map. I think this is a great achievement, and along with this comes the warmth of the people. I can speak for my fellow jury members and say that after having visited Pune for this festival, I think we take back very pleasant memories, and anyone who comes to Pune for the first time would definitely like to come again. Thank you.
Yes, good evening. I fully agree to what the two other members have said, and I would like to add that I find a very international audience here. It's film people, not only those directors who are coming, but the interest of film from every kind of the world is great here in Pune. I must admit that when I was invited, I had to explain to my friends and fellows in Norway that Pune was close to Mumbai because nobody knows so much about Pune. I think I will come back and not only say that Pune is one of the great cities in India, but maybe the most important when it comes to film. Because when you have this National Archive and close cooperation with Whistling Woods and so on. And the festival is also great to invite jury members that they can present their own films.
He was Shopan Malik from Calcutta, the director of the Satire Film Institute, a great critic from Bengal. Thank you, Shopan. Jan Erik from Norway, he is the chief of the Norway Film Institute. Thank you, Jan. And now Indra Mølik, a filmmaker, he's from Amsterdam. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was very happy to come to Pune, but being a jury member is also hard work, so I hope the coming 2 days, we have 2 days off, we can see something of the nice environment. I was very happy to bring 3 films from the Netherlands. One was Sportsman of the Century, one was Emotional Nomads, directed by myself, and the third one, I think you liked that one very much. It was a film where I was the associate producer and directed by Paul Verhoeven. It was Black Book. So I hoped I could, with these 3 films, I could attribute something of importance to the Pune Festival and make it even a bigger and more beautiful festival next year. And I'm sure Mr. Patel will do that.
Now I present Shashi Dharan from our National Film Archive, director of National Film Archive. He was the chairman of the Marathi International Jury. Shashi Dharan.
Good evening, everybody. I think one doesn't have to talk about the contribution of Maharashtra to the Indian cinema. Still, we would like to remember names like Phalke, Balji Pandarkar, V. Shandaram, and a host of others on this occasion. That was a thing to be proud of, the contribution of those stalwarts. But then we also need to admit that there was a phase in the Marathi cinema where we had to do with slapstick comedies and not very serious films. But I'm sure that this film festival, PIF, is one step in sensitizing the filmmakers in this part of the country as well.